Work is hurting people more than we like to admit. And did you know that last year, the HSE estimates that there were 1.9 million working people suffering with work-related ill health? And workplace stress and musculoskeletal disorders are doing most of the damage. Question for you. What percentage of work-related ill health do you think is due to stress, depression, or anxiety? Or what percentage of work-related ill health is due to musculoskeletal disorders? Well, we're going to look at some of that data in this video and look at some of the key contributing factors to things like stress, musculoskeletal disorders, and most importantly, the solutions that companies can implement to help support their staff, help support their people to reduce shocking statistics like these. So let's look at the key statistics from the HSE. So here is the Health and Safety at Work summary statistics for Great Britain. These are the statistics from last year, 2025. But let's go through them and answer the question that I posed to you at the beginning. But we'll start with some of the key facts. 1.9 million workers suffering from work-related ill health, 1 million workers suffering from work-related stress, depression, or anxiety, 500,000 workers suffering from work-related musculoskeletal disorders, and this costs the UK economy £16.4 billion each year. Money that could be better invested elsewhere. Money that could be used to help employees support their health and well-being, ultimately helping them to improve in their job role and be more productive. So earlier I asked you, what percentage of work-related ill health do you think is due to stress, depression, and anxiety, or musculoskeletal disorders? So let's find out. Well, as I mentioned, workers suffering from work-related ill health, 1.9 million, but we can see here 52% of work-related ill health is due to stress, depression, and anxiety. And 27% is due to musculoskeletal disorders. And 21% for other illnesses. So what can companies do to help support these statistics? We'll come on to that a bit later. But let's go on to stress, depression, and anxiety and break that down specifically, because according to the HSE, 964,000 workers suffering from work-related stress, depression, or anxiety, 409,000 workers suffering from a new case of work-related stress, depression, or anxiety, 22.1 million working days lost due to stress, depression, or anxiety. So let's just do some quick maths. 22.1 million working days lost due to stress, depression, and anxiety, divided by 964,000 people taking time off work because of work-related stress, depression, or anxiety. Let's divide those two. So the answer is 22.9. That means, on average, each sufferer took approximately 22 working days off because of stress, depression, or anxiety. If someone took time off because of work-related stress, depression, or anxiety, they on average took 22 working days off. Now, I want you to just think about this. If someone in your team, in your workplace, one of your staff members, one of your employees had to take 22 working days off because of stress, depression, or anxiety, what kind of impact would that have on your team, on your clients, on your customers? That's just over 4 weeks. We're talking working days here. That's just over 4 weeks off work. We can probably agree it wouldn't be good if someone had to take 22 working days off because of this, right? So shouldn't we be implementing things to help prevent situations like this? Now let's go on to musculoskeletal disorders, because there were 7.1 million working days lost because of this, and there were 511,000 cases. Let's go and do the maths on that. So 13.9 if we round it up. Call it 14. Let's just call it 14 days off because of some form of musculoskeletal disorder. So just over 2 weeks. Again, if someone had to take time off work because of a musculoskeletal disorder in your workplace, what kind of impact would that have on your clients, customers, colleagues, etc.? It wouldn't be good. Now, I'll leave this article in the description box, but I want to come on to the solutions because it's really important that companies look at systems and methods to help reduce statistics like these. And actually, in fact, before I come on to the solutions, let's look at the cost to Britain, because according to the HSE, £22.9 billion annual costs of workplace injury and new cases of work-related ill health. This is an annual cost, 16.4 billion annual costs of new cases of work-related ill health, 6.5 billion annual cost of workplace injury. So this is costing money. So let's look at 4 things that your organization can do to help support. And the first one I want to come on to is measuring what matters. Do you know the statistics and the data around these things? Do you know the statistics and data around people's health and well-being? Are you showing up and listening and supporting people with their challenges and concerns? If not, you need to start thinking about it. And at Love and Life, we've got a very simple tool that companies can use for free to assess the health and well-being of their teams, of their colleagues. And also managers can use this to help get some management feedback. And it's this very simple tool, workplace well-being survey, create survey, and then simply share it. Either copy the survey or share the email template and then send it to your team. And they simply fill it out. And it brings back, once teams fill it out, it brings back a report that then allows you to see, the wellness score. Where are they feeling good? Where are they not feeling so good? But measure things. Companies should be measuring to see what's working, to see what they can improve on, to then help overall reduce statistics like the ones we saw earlier. Now, the second thing is to fix the work. And you can use the data from your wellbeing survey to help you fix the work. If people are feeling overwhelmed, what can you do about it, right? Can you provide tools and resources to help people who are feeling overwhelmed? Can you provide support? Can you bring in extra hands to help those who may be struggling? What support are you offering as a workplace? People need to feel valued. People need to feel supported. Ultimately, these things help to contribute to a more positive and healthy workplace, reducing things like work-related stress and helping them to live happier and healthier lives. Now, the third thing is educating managers and teams. How can you expect people to look after their stress, look after their health and well-being, and reduce things like physical pain and discomfort if they're not educated in the things that help them, right? You need to provide the tools and resources to help educate people. What are the things they can do to support their well-being? How can they help to reduce their stress or better cope with things that stress them out? And here's a quick soundbite for you. Stress is not what happens to you. Stress is how we think and how we feel about what happens to us. And we know this because what I find stressful might not be stressful to you, and what you find stressful might not be stressful to me. We all react and respond differently to different stressors, which is why stress can't be what happens to us. It's how we think and how we feel about what happens to us. And if we can have tools and methods to help us change how we think and feel about particular stressors, we can then reduce our stress. Now, of course, there's a whole lot of that goes into changing our mindset around that and better coping. But at Love and Life, we deliver a range of workshops to help companies support their employees, to help managers support their teams, and ultimately support people and improve working environments. If you're interested in working with Love and Life, head to the website. There's lots of information on there. I won't go into it in this video, but if you're not yet ready to take action on supporting employees, but you do want free resources to help support teams, there's a free link in the description box where you can sign up to join the mailing list, where we send out free resources to help companies support the health and well-being of their teams. Now, the fourth thing that I want to mention is to make well-being a priority. One of the ways companies can stay on top of this is by highlighting key well-being awareness events throughout the year, highlighting some of the key dates that happen throughout the year. And if you haven't yet got your 2026 workplace well-being calendar, don't worry, I've got you. Head to the link in the description box. There is a free link. Download the well-being calendar. It will add you to the mailing list. But companies must be doing what they can to support their teams, support their colleagues, support their people, because ultimately a happy workforce is a productive workforce. And if you want to see why mental health days may be getting out of control, you need to watch this video here.